Hi, I'm Maycha'al, and welcome back to my channel. This one is called Being Acclimated, or Getting Acclimated in the Philippines. If you have not subscribed, if you have not hit the like and notification button, then go ahead and do so right now, because the information that I'm about to drop on you, you don't want to miss any episode coming up. So stay tuned, watch this.
I'm trying to get mine. Yo, you know what I'm about.
Getting acclimated. So you've made the decision. You've sold your possession and goods. You've said goodbye to your friends and family. You're on the plane, and now you're in Cebu. You're in the Philippines. Now, for you who are traveling from different countries and going to different countries, maybe you're traveling from the state to another country, it's not the Philippines. It's almost the same thing. Different because of the culture, but almost the same thing. So acclimation is very, very important. So here's some things that you need to know and watch out for when you travel to a foreign country, especially if you're going to be there for a while. If you're going to be there for just vacation, then you don't too much have to worry about all that stuff. But if you're going to be here for a longer period of time, like for instance, you're going to be here for a month or over a month, are you going to be here for good? You're going to you have transfer your living, you have transfer everything to this new country that you're going to live in. Then there's some things you need to know in order for you to get acclimated. All right, so you're here. Your first day in this new country. Now, for me, it's the Philippines, because we have left the United States, sold everything we had, say goodbye to family and friends, and now we're in the Philippines. And so one of the things that we did when we came here, we just got right into it, man. I mean, we just start eating everything. I mean, because the food is fresher, the air is fresher. We just start eating everything. I mean, we were eating everything. When I say everything, mangoes, we were eating orange, we were eating watermelon, we were just combining every food that we eat just because it was so good. And for the first 2-3 days, nothing happened, because your body's just getting used to this. But after 2 or 3 days, some things start happening, and I want to let you know right now what's up. Why is this important that you should just, get acclimated? And what I'm talking about is this. When you first travel to any country, if you're coming from the United States and traveling to any country, are you coming from Europe and traveling to the Caribbean islands? One of the first things you really want to do is stay indoors for the first day. For the first day, just stay indoors. Just let your body get used to the fact that it's in a different environment, right? That's first thing. Secondly, when you're going to eat, when you go out to eat, don't eat everything. You're going to pay for it. Trust me, you're going to pay for it with the runs. You're just going to pay for it. You're going to, feel sick. You're probably going to start feel sick because you are being, everything is different from what you're used to eating and what you're used to drinking. It's different. The sodas are different. The food is different. Everything is different from what you're accustomed to and what your body's accustomed to. So you have to give your body some time to catch up. So one good way to just get yourself into that space, into that atmosphere of change. If you're eating watermelons, just eat watermelons. Just eat watermelons. Eat all types of melons. Eat the orange one, eat the red one, eat the green one. Just focus on watermelon. If you're eating bananas, just eat bananas. If you're eating orange, just eat orange. You get the drift what I'm saying here? Because here's the problem. When you're eating all these different fruits, your body's trying to get acclimated to digesting this food. And because it cannot, because you have so much different fruits in your body, then guess what's going to happen? Your body's not going to know what to do. It's going to try to eject it. So you're going to have the runs. And I'm telling you, you're going to have the runs. So know what I'm talking about. We've been through it. Now, when you go out to eat, This is very, very important. When you go out to eat, don't eat and drink at the same time. I'm gonna tell you right now, because like again, your body's getting acclimated to the new environment, the new food, the new things you're putting in it. So if you go out and you're eating steak, just focus on steak. Or if you're doing beef, just do beef. Trust me, I'm helping you out here. Just do beef. If you're eating chicken, just do chicken. Do all types of chicken, but just do chicken. You know, if you're eating fish, don't eat two different types of fish. Just eat one type of fish and eat as much as it, and give your body time to digest it, the food. And so when you eat, don't drink. Give your body about a good 40 minutes. Technically, your body needs about 4 hours of digestion. You know that, right? So you want to give your body some time. Give your body some time. So when you eat, wait about half an hour to an hour before you drink, because this is going to help your body get to that place where it needs to be so it can do what it needs to do for you. Now that you understand the food and understand, just how to eat and get your body, get yourself some sun, get yourself some sunlight. Go out in the sunlight. You're going to need the sunlight because, again, the sunlight where you're from is totally different from the sunlight here. For instance, the sunlight in the United States where I'm from, in Maine where I'm from, you're talking about heat with humidity. Heat with humidity. Here, you don't have no humidity. You have a lot of heat. So your body's getting acclimated to that. So get out in the sunlight. Get out in the sunlight, and you know how much sunlight you can take. Maybe you can't take 3 hours, but maybe you can take an hour and a half. Get out into the sunlight, get out into the air, breathe deep, breathe the air, get to the ocean, just get your body accustomed to your new environments. Because once you do that, you're going to set yourself up for the long haul. Now, mingling with the locals or the natives, right? This is important. This is very important when getting acclimated, because here's the thing. This is the environment you're going to live in now. So you want to get to know people. So don't be afraid to say hello, good morning. And here in the Philippines, where I'm from Cebu, Philippines. And I'm telling you, people are super friendly, man. I mean, they are amazingly friendly. You don't even have to say hello to them. They'll say hello to you. And, being a vlogger, a YouTuber, when I go around with my camera, everybody wants to be in the camera anyway. I think I only met one person so far that I've said hi to that never really responded to me. And we were on a bike. So I don't know if he thought that I was, he was in front of me. So when I said hi, he had a lady on the bike. I had my daughter on the bike. So I'm thinking maybe because when I said hi to him, he may have cut me off or something. I may, be upset about something. I think that's why he never said hi to me. But everyone that I've come across, everyone that come across me have said hi to me. And the people are very friendly here in the Philippines. I'm not sure about the other countries that you might be traveling to, but I'm telling you about the Philippines. People are friendly here. So get acclimated with the people. Now, when you get acclimated with the people, you got to find one you can trust. Get to know one that you can trust, especially if you get an agent. So some of you might be coming here and you're looking for a place. Maybe you have planned it out in the States and you know exactly where you're going to live. You're going to have an agent that's going to bring you or take you to that place or show you around, or some guy or some person is going to show you around. Find out a little bit about that person. Get to know that person very well. See if they're trustworthy, because you see, that is the most important thing you're going to need when you are in a foreign country. You're going to find a trustworthy person. For us, I was so blessed. We were so blessed to have found this trustworthy person. And the reason why we are so blessed, because this person have dealt with some of our family members before. So they pass on this person to us, so they have been already acclimated to our people and the things we want and the things we need. So when we got here, we just slide into that groove, and we just learn her and trust her. Our person was Dolores, man. I'm telling you, Dolores A. Nueves, man. Let me tell you something. Yeah, I did a video, dedicate a whole video to her. So go back on my page, check it out, man. Go to my page and check out a dedication to Dolores, because this woman was amazing. Not only that she was amazing, she makes sure we got into our house. She makes sure we got a bike. She checks my papers. She makes sure that I'm up to date with the laws. Everything. I mean, when I want to go someplace, I go with her. I call her up. I say, hey, what do you think? I got her advice. She comes with me and, show me the ropes and just help me to get, just in the nitty-gritty of things, and, literally hold my hand through every process. And it's just amazing when you find that person. Now, through Dolores, I met another, what we call guardian angel. And when we were getting our house, we were renting a house. We went and looked at several houses, but I didn't like those houses. I wanted a very comfortable house. I wanted something that's within our means. So when we looked at this house, we looked at the house. I didn't like it. I didn't like this house. But then I just tell her what I want. I said, this is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking to pay. And boom, she found us a place. And during that time, we were able to meet this other lady who took care of the house we were renting. So she become our another guardian angel. So her name is Cheryl. I also did a lot of little things about her in almost about 5 or 6 of my videos, but I'm gonna do a whole thing on Cheryl. But I want to let you know, guys, that Cheryl has been in our lives, taking us places, taking us to the wet market, just walking us through the bills, how to pay the bills, and everything, man. I mean, just everything. And that's what you need. You need to find a trusted person who is going to help you and get you straight and show you the ropes. So through Cheryl, I met another guy called Ipoy. Ipoy is his name, and that was his nickname. But he owns this car dealership called CCR Cars. So with Dolores, I was able to get my bike. She got my bike, go through the whole paperwork and everything. So now I have a motorcycle, a scooter, NMAX, beautiful, ride it all over the place. You can check out my videos, you'll see some of that. But through Cheryl, knowing this guy from college days, brought me to this car dealership called CCR Cars. I did a whole thing on that, so you can go on my page and check them out. I did a whole thing on that. Let me tell you something. One thing I do when it comes to salespeople, I have this thing in my mind where my antennas go up, man. My defense system goes up, because for me, when it comes to salespeople, they already got me. They already taking me for a ride. That's my mindset when I deal with any salesperson. I just feel like they're taking me for a ride. One thing I love with CCR Cars, and one thing I love with Ipoy, is that when I got into the store, when I got into his place of business, he did not talk to me about business right away. He really wanted to get to know me. He really wants to get to know me. I don't know if he does that to everyone, but I'm telling you, I'm just telling you my experience. He wanted to get to know me. We chit chat for about 2 hours. We drink a beer. I'm not a drinker like that, but I drink the beer. And we drank a beer, we talked, we sit down and get to know me. I get to know him. He wanted to know what I wanted in a car and what I'm looking for, and telling me about the road. As a matter of fact, he sat down and spoke to my daughter about why she should not get a motorcycle. My daughter wanted to get a motorcycle. Oh, my daughter, by the way, is Cassidy Sewell. She has a page called Z-Beep, Beep, B-E-E-P. Check her out, our YouTube channel, and you get to know her and get to, just make sure you tell her I sent you, okay? And this is the kind of atmosphere that I built, just getting to know someone. So he spent that time with Cassidy and let Cassidy know, hey, here's why you can't, here's why you shouldn't. And, the car we bought a Kia Pinto, Picanto. It's a small car, and the reason why I buy a small car is because my neighbors, I get to know my neighbors, and my neighbor has the cars that I was looking for. They had a RAV4, and I was looking for something like that. I was looking for it's kind of something up off the ground, something big. I was looking for something with 8 seat, and my neighbor told me, said they have it, and the reason why they buy it is because their family is large, but they're looking for a smaller car because it's easy to park and easy to gas. And gas here in the Philippines is sometimes even more expensive than gas in the United States. So these are the things that we've learned. So we end up buying a small car because it was just me, my wife, and my daughter. So I didn't need to have a 8-seater like, when I was in the States with my family. So with a bigger family with my kids and grandkids and so forth. So this was beautiful. Anyway, we got acclimated through our guardian angel. We have two guardian angels, and because of that we built some relationship, and I bought this car. So now I have a car and a motorcycle because of the people that was put into my life that I get to know as family. They're no longer agents, they're no longer friends. They're agents and friends, but they're family because I now incorporate them into my family. So you want that when you come to the Philippines, you want to find someone who you can incorporate into your. Now that we got through your guardian angel acclimation, food, and so forth, let's get into shopping. Let's get into some shopping now. Shopping can be very, can be very expensive for you. I'm gonna tell you why. It can be very expensive for you because you're gonna come to the Philippines, you're gonna realize that certain things that you buy here is so cheap than are the cost that you would spend in the state versus the cost that you would spend here. You know, like for instance, let's say you buy this phone and this phone costs $1,000 in the state, right? Let's say it's cost $1,000 in the state, but over here it might cost $700. You see what I'm saying? I'm even $600, right? So, and it's not dollars, but pesos. But when you work out the differences, you will see that, oh wow, I had to pay more in the States for this. Well, it's the same way with liquor. It's the same way with clothes, everything that you buy. If you come here and you comparing what you would pay for it in the States, and you get your little calculator, you want to get a what I call a calculator. We through some friends of ours, and we got this app called Currency Plus. Currency Plus. This is a app right here. If you can see that very well, it's Currency Plus. So what you do, you pick out like 4 or 5 different countries that you want to value your dollars from. So like we got the United States right there, right? So got the United, to the back, yep. And I got the United States right there. So anytime I buy something, I would just go to see how much it would cost. So if it's like, let's say it's 7,000. Let's say I went to buy something and it's $7,000. So what I'll do is just I'll go up on the Filipino section portion of it there, and I put in $7,000. So I put in $7,000, and that would be say $127.90. Say $128, right? So now I know this thing that I'm buying is 7,000 Filipino money or pesos, but it's $128 US. Now I ask myself the question, would I pay $128 in the US for this? That's how I shop here. I don't just go shop because the money goes a long way here, you know. So, you know, I think it's $55. Let me see, let me tell you clearly. It's $1 US is 54.73, so it's $55. So your money can go a very long way here, and it can, you know, you get a lot of things here. So you have to be mindful of how you're spending, because you can spend like that and don't even realize. Next thing you know, you gone $3,000 like that, boom, because you're spending the pesos, and it just seems like, oh man, it just seems like monopoly money. So you got to be mindful of your spending. So this app here, Currency Plus, helps me a lot. When I go to buy stuff, I just put in the amount, I see how much it would be in the US, then I ask myself the question, would I pay this much for it in the US currency? And if not, I do not buy it. That's just how it is. And lastly, for this episode, we're gonna continue the next episode. So don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment, and smash the hell out of the notification button. So this is important, because you know you're gonna get these gems, man. I'm gonna drop these gems on you. All right. So lastly, take your time. You're not in a rush. Take your time. Remember now, you came here with a plan. You have a plan. You probably save up some money. I'm hoping that you save up some money, because you can't come here and work, because you will not be able to survive if you come here and work. I'm going to tell you right now, unless you're doing something online or you're coming here to open up your own business, make sure you have a plan. This should be, I'm telling you, this should be in your mindset before you even get on that plane to come here. Because if you don't, you're going to come here thinking, oh, I'm going to get a job. No, darling. No, darling. You know, the pay wage here is not compatible to your lifestyle. Let me just put it that way. The pay wage here is not compatible to your lifestyle. So if you're coming here to the Philippines, make sure you have a plan. Make sure you're coming here with some money, right? And cash is king here. Cash is king. This is a cash society. I know. We're coming up on a cashless society. It's inevitable. I see it. It's going to happen. But until then, cash is king. So bring as much money as you can possibly bring, as much money as you were allowed to bring. Now, you were told that you can only bring $10,000 into the Philippines. You can actually bring more than $10,000. The problem is you got to declare it. You can't just bring it in, because they'll think you're laundering it. So you have to declare it. You can bring, so if you come in here with four in your family, bring $9,000 each. Bring $9,000 each because it's an individual person, individual passport. You can bring $9,000 and you don't have to declare that because it's not in the $10,000 range, right? So bring as much cash because cash is king. And especially if you come here and you got to move around, right? Yes, all the major credit cards are taken here, so you can spend your credit card. But if you go to buy a used car, like I did buy a used car, you might go there and you can't swipe the card. You can't swipe the card to buy a used card. And when you go to the certain ATM that will allow you to draw money, like BPI and Secure China Bank, certain bank and Security Bank, certain banks will allow you to draw a certain amount of money. So you can get probably, some banks will give you $20,000 as the limit. So 20,000 pesos. Let's go do the numbers. You see why this app is so amazing? Because now you're understanding how your money works. So $20,000, you can get $20,000, which is about $365. So when you draw it from the ATM, you can get $365. Sometimes that's the limit. The first time we draw, we were able to get $60,000. You just do it like 3 times. So you go 20, 20, and 20. But here's the problem though. Here's the problem. So the next time you go back, you're not going to get that. It might limit you to 40,000, or then it might limit you to 20,000. So 20,000 might be your limit to withdraw. So that's the $340 something, and that $20,000 will go a long way, right? So you want to be mindful now. So if you go to buy a car, then guess what? Once you go to buy a car, you have that cash, you can pay for it. And the cash exchange, there's a place here where you can exchange the cash. Lastly on this, I know I said lastly before, but now I just want to make sure you're ready. When you bring cash from the States, make sure they're crisp. Change out those old one for some crisp one, because the Philippines don't like the old money. One of the things that I've learned is the $100 bill and the $20 bill is accepted here. I have not looked into the $50 and the $10 and $20 and the $50, the $10, the $20, the $5 bills. I have not looked into that. I still got some here. I still got to go around and check that. But I'm telling you, bring 100 and bring 20s, because these are what I know for certain. And make sure they're crisp. Make sure they're nice and crisp. Try to get them with no markings on them, no writing on them, because when you're dealing with a new country, they're dealing with counterfeits, so they want to make sure that you're not counterfeiting anything. So all of this you got to take into consideration when you come. Cash is king. Don't forget that. Cash is king. All right, until next time, I'm Maycha'al. This is Now Living in the Philippines. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend and smash the hell out of the notification button until we meet again. Peace.